Question: would Billie Eilish have been as big as she is today if she were a black girl? I came across an old interview of Billie Eilish randomly, and it spun into a rabbit hole of watching her old music videos and interviews, and I couldn't help but to notice that something changed. When she became an adult and she was in her happier than ever era, a lot of things about Billie Eilish was different, from changing her hair to her style and even her music. Of course, we always seen artists change over time, so that isn't anything new. But the main thing I've noticed is that she wasn't as urban as she used to be. Conveniently, she's appealing more white now. There are many celebrities who get called out for stealing the style of black people, like the Kardashians and so on. The Kardashians get dragged when there are a lot of celebrities out there that do it, but it's a bit more subtle, or the public just like these other celebrities more, so they kind of it just gets brushed over. I really loved Billie's When We All Fall Asleep era for many reasons, but one in particular that I'm going to focus on in this video is the way she was trying to appeal to a black audience. Now, I'm sure she was just trying to be herself and experimenting as a teenager, trying to find her style, if you will, but the shift is pretty crazy. It reminded me of Miley Cyrus's black phase, which I want to make a video about. Billie used to dress in more urban style clothes. She loved wearing Jordans and stuff like that. She was dating a black guy at the time. She was into Tyler the Creator a lot.
We've heard reports that you are like dying to meet Tyler the Creator. Why is that? Like, just how badly do you want to meet him?
I'm just in love with him, man.
In love with
I love
Tyler?
Tyler.
Well,
You know,
Why? What about Tyler?
he's got some nice lips.
does have
I'm
nice
just
lips.
saying.
So she was the typical white girl into black guys, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when she changed, of course, she was all of a sudden in a relationship with a white guy, which she's not in that relationship anymore. But just saying. She wore chains and jewelry, and it even seemed like she sounded different. Like, she was more louder when she spoke, and she's a little bit more articulate now, and she curses a lot less than she used to. My theory is that when Billie was on the come up, her label wanted her to appeal to as many people as possible. Naturally, you would have young teen white girls who are into her music because that's primarily who you would see at her concerts. But as she became more of a mainstream talent, she was able to use borderline cultural appropriation in order to be more likable to a bigger audience. I call it the Justin Bieber effect because he basically did the same thing, and all of a sudden now he's a lot more acting like a white man now that he's more successful and established. We live in a time right now where hip-hop, R&B, and especially rap is bigger than ever. It seems like being black is a trend, and people of other races love to participate in that trend when it's convenient for them, especially when it comes to a career. Billie just never seemed to get called out for it because she was very likable. She seemed to have a good connection with her fans and seemed very relatable. Although I find it funny how a celebrity can be relatable when she was making millions and she was the biggest star on the planet. There was also this Satanist phase that I'm not really going to get into in this video, but people were calling her out on it, and her fans would just come and attack that person online. Like, people who would try and come out and say things, they would just get attacked by her fans online. So therefore, people just kind of, didn't feel the need to be in any drama and not say anything. Anyone who felt a certain way about Billie, you were just immediately deemed as haters. Although I actually like Although I actually like Billie Eilish and I kind of like her music from time to time. What do you think when it comes to a celebrity having a black face? I will say that Billie never crossed the line to me. She never did or said anything that was truly just not okay as a white person. But these were just some of the things that I noticed that I feel like people brushed over and didn't really care about. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching.
But you're a masterpiece, and I'm tearing through the pages and the ink. Smoke is street.